The bull flag technical pattern, that's what I want to talk about and address in this video. It is a very, very important pattern because I think it helps beginners get involved in the world of technical analysis and charts and can help build confidence because it's a pretty straightforward pattern, but it puts you in a really good spot given just the general nature of the pattern, which is what I want to show you here. And I want to walk you through an example that I use as an alert that I gave my private community as an FYI. If you're interested, you can always go to ClayTrader.com, but I do offer a community. Part of that community is there is a live chat room, but then there's also a weekly newsletter that I send out with certain setups, and that is where this setup is coming from. So let's first just start there so you can even see what a bull flag looks like, and then I'll get into the general makeup of it and why bull flags are a great pattern for beginners. Oh yes. So here we are looking at the chart here for IONQ, and you can see right here, it's in the technical pattern category of the newsletter, and I map out right there the bull flag pattern. So let's now take a deeper look and I'll show you how the bull flag pattern puts you in a general good spot as a trader. So here we have the same exact stock and the pattern. I just changed over to my Webull software so we can see how things actually play out. But over here we have the pattern, but let's go through what is needed. So the first part of the pattern is to be able to draw what would be known as the pull portion of the pattern. But in order to draw that pull portion, you need upwards movement. You need some sustained upwards movement, which you can see here. Started down here and then worked its way all the way up there. And this is very, very important because with that upwards movement that's required in order to even have a bull flag, that's telling you that there's momentum. That's telling you that there is strength within the stock. And this applies to anything within the coin you're trading, within the Forex pairing. So this can be applied to futures. Technical patterns, that's a powerful thing. They can be applied to anything with a value. And if that value changes, then you can use technical analysis. So if you're still kind of on the edge, I don't know, how am I going to make my decisions? If you want to use charts, they're a valuable tool for that. But point here is we know that there is momentum. We know that there is strength because of the requirement for that pull part of the pattern. So in order to have a pull, well, you need movement in the upwards direction. So that automatically is putting you in a general context of a situation where there is momentum, there is strength. So let's keep building with these other requirements of the pattern. So we've established there is strength, there is momentum via the pull part of the pattern. But then we have this part, which is what forms the flag. You have this downwards movement. Now on the surface, downwards movement can sound scary because, well, if I want something to go up and now all of a sudden there's downwards movement, that sounds bad. And I hear what you're saying, but that's where the pull is so important because what have we already established is the general context of things. The general context is overall strength, is overall momentum, and nothing can go straight up. Prices can come down, or in the world of just trading, pullbacks happen. And that's what the flag part is representing, a pullback. So we have strength, but now we have a pullback, and that's nice because now you don't have to worry about being that person, right? Well, I don't want to buy the top. What does that mean if, depending on who you are, where you buy and then the price drops and never goes back up? You literally bought the top of the stock or whatever you're trading. But if you know that there's a flag portion, well, that implies that there has been a pullback, which implies that, okay, you're no longer at risk of chasing the price and potentially buying the top. So we have the strength, we have the pullback, and then there's a couple ways that you can play it, which again, good situation for somebody as a beginner. If you're thinking, I don't know, how can I best, do I have to play it certain ways? And no, you could play the bottom of the trend line looking for a bounce to the upside, or you could wait and see if there's a breakout and buy the breakout, and then ideally you get more momentum, which makes sense. Why does that make sense? And hopefully you're saying, well, it makes sense because as you've said, we already know that there's a general sense of momentum. So when there's already a general sense of momentum, it makes sense to think that more momentum could show up. Now, there are no guarantees to any of this. Bull flags don't always work, and that is why at the core of everything, risk management. You've got to know where to cut the losses and where you should be looking to get in and when it makes the most sense. And those are the types of things I get into in my more so advanced lessons, which you can learn more about at ClayTrader.com. But at the surface, what I'm trying to convey here is that when you're a beginner just getting started, the bull flag is putting you in that spot where it's very logical to think that more momentum could show up. So let's go back to this example and see how it played out for members that decided to take the trade. So the following day, you can see the price came down here a little bit. And for people and members of the community that were like, I like to buy the lower part of the trend line, look how that price came down there and hovered right around the lower part of the trend line. So people that like to play bottom parts of the pattern where they're buying the support trend lines, well, we'll see how it worked out for them. But let's go on to the next candle here and we'll see how it played out. And you can see right there, started to show some upwards movement. But here's the spoiler. This is what you're about to see. So the next day, you can see right there a little bit of a movement through that line. But then from there, another huge green candle, and that was followed by yet another huge green candle. So it is safe to say that yes, momentum did show back up. The price established itself as being strong. Again, that's where the pull comes from. It pulled back. That way you don't have to worry about buying the top. And then got the breakout, and yes, another big old pull has shown up. Or in other words, another round of momentum has shown up. The bull flag pattern scored huge for us and members of the community. And if you do want to learn more about the community, I will put a link down below. And of course, I'm biased, but as a beginner, sometimes it's just easier if other people can help you find the bull flags, point them out to you. And then if you want to take your learning to another level, like I said, check out my courses. But it's a good thing to be able to find good quality bull flags because not all bull flags are created equal. So you want to make sure you're getting into quality bull flags. So that's where I hope you consider my community. But at the core, bull flags are a great spot to be in. They're a great thing to keep your eyes open for all the reasons that we have discussed. So I hope this helps. If there are any other questions, please leave those down below. And if you could, please hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy the content and you're saying, well, Clay, I don't really have any money, but I'd like to support the channel just because I find it helpful, then an easy way to support the channel, just hit that subscribe button. It really does help out and goes a long way. So please do that. So yes, get out there, start to find yourself some bull flags, and certainly consider joining and signing up for the community.
Join us. Join us.
First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.